I want you to know during this season, you might be going through a lot, and maybe you don't just have enough. You're just barely making ends meet. I want you to know there's no pressure to give. But for some of us, we have this opportunity to join into the work of Pastor Welvin, where Pastor Welvin, when he comes out in the streets, so many of these children are out there and they get to hear about the gospel, and we get to bless them with food and care, and the church takes care of them. There's groups that are meeting like these ones around homes where the pastors and the workers are going out and meeting these children and blessing them. And so if we could, even looking at the next picture, these are the 89 children that we have an opportunity in this community to sponsor. To say, and part of Compassion International vetted, they're the largest children's sponsorship in the world. And so partnering with them so these children get all of the care needed, that the church becomes blessed, and even Pastor Welvin helps take care of him during this season as he's ministering to these children and the whole community. Friends, there are 89 children here for around $40 a month that you have an opportunity to sponsor. And again, there's no obligation to give. But my heart, my prayer is this, that we would give our lives away, because as Jesus says, if we could take a look back in this, where Jesus says in verse 10 and 11, he says this, "If you keep my commands, you remain in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commands and remain in his love." So remember, he says to go love one another. That's the commands. But then he says this in verse 11, "I have told you this so that my joy may be in you and that your joy may be complete." Friends, without wanting to push or sell this too hard, and wrestled and pray with this. But one of the things the world says, you get more joy and comfort by keeping to yourself. But Jesus says you get more joy in following me by giving your life away. So as my own family, I'm telling you, we're not leaving you alone on this. We're wrestling with this. How can we cut things on our budget? How can we sacrifice to some things? Do you know the average American has $18,000 a year that they spend on non-essential items? And go and check that out. My job is not here to guilt you. But maybe could there be some leisure things that you would free yourself from? That maybe say, if you do these things, they'll provide more joy. And Jesus says, actually, there's more joy by giving your life away and sacrificing. Now, as we go back and look at these children, these are children here. You can go to wilshireave.com/global. where you can see and have these children and sign up for them. As they pop up, my hope is this, that you don't just simply scroll through them and pick the kids that are cute. Just the first one that's in that left corner, pick that one, select it, and sponsor that child. And care for them. So go to wilshireave.com/global. Maybe even share this link with a friend that you know would love to join in on this partnership.